Families come in all forms, shapes and sizes, and the true beauty behind it is that people thrive to bring in as much growth, support and pretty much all of the nicest things in the world. The laws and cultural taboos vary throughout continents and countries. For this young man, Pablo Fraquia, in Argentina, the journey to create the family he has always dreamt about was not the easiest one. As the LGBTQ+ community was on the rise of fighting for their rights, Pablo, who aspired so much to become a father, decided not to give up and to make that wish come true. His inspiring story of determination and perseverance to become a parent no matter the obstacles can hopefully empower others to strive for their dreams and well-being that create happiness and community. This is a picture of Pablo on his first day as a father to the adopted girl, Mia, who lived in a hospital for a year. Pablo, a social worker from the never-sleeping Buenos Aires, Argentina, who is an avid LGBTQ+ activist and a former Red Cross volunteer, always wanted to become a father. Now, as you might imagine, as he was growing up through volatile political and cultural changes in the 90s in South America, creating a family as a gay man was more than impossible. As a teenager, he already saw that there were two ways his story could pan out: carrying on being who he is, or giving up one of his dreams. I really enjoy working with communities and helping people in need, not only in a professional way. You could say that the idea of service is something that covers every topic of my life. One of Pablo's biggest dreams was to be a father, and being a single gay guy in Argentina does not make the process of adoption easier. The change of marriage policies meant that he could slowly awaken the dream of having a kid. In 2017, Pablo had to go through therapy and a serious rethinking process, and he decided to go after his ambition. Leaving the fear behind, Pablo filled out the necessary papers and started the adoption process. Leaving fear and prejudices behind, Pablo filled out the paperwork and armed himself with patience, facing the long and uncertain process of adoption in Argentina. Right now we are one of the most progressive countries in the world when it comes to LGBTQ+ and women's rights, especially in the last 10 years, since we passed marriage equality, gender identity, abortion, and trans people's protection laws. That was only a dream when I was a child, in a very Catholic country, High Pope, where I remember seeing the Archbishop on the national public TV channel saying that every gay man should go and live on an island and stay away from good working people, and also the effects from the dictatorship, when it came to police raids on LGBTQ+ places, were a regular thing even after democracy was re-established. So there is an absolute distance between my childhood and the current situation. Mia, at the time of adoption, had already spent 1 year living in a hospital. In 2019, after 2 years of waiting, he got a phone call from a family judge who told him about a little girl who, at the time, was 1 year and 10 months old and who was living in a hospital. The girl called Mia had a gastrointestinal condition and needed serious medical attention. Her biological family couldn't provide it, and the family court took the decision to send Mia to a sort of foster home/hospital, an institution for kids with health issues. After receiving the phone call with the green light for adoption, Pablo was on his way to meet Mia the following day. The judge emphasized that everyone was in agreement, but then Mia shouted once more, this time drowning out all the mutterings, "He is a superhero to me because he's the one person who has ever truly loved and protected me in a way that no one else has ever been able to, despite the fact that he is not her biological father." As a result, she holds him in high regard in such case that she would like to see him again simply because being by his side makes her feel pleased and at ease. Her message moved the audience to tears, and as soon as she concluded, they rushed to embrace her. Pablo was a great guy. They returned to their respective homes on the same day, demonstrating to the world that genuine ties are formed not through blood, but through the love that binds our hearts together. This concludes today's narrative. We genuinely hope that you are able to find it useful.